All right, I think everything is starting up here. It's trying to. Looks like everything's loading. I think we're good. Hey, everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, just trying to get a little bit of cardio in. Uh, Facebook is still loading. Is the Facebook going to load? It might. It might not. I don't know. We'll find out. In the meantime, guys, trying to get my cardio done. I got a really late start. This won't be a long session, but I feel like I need to do at least a little bit of this on the bike. I had to skip doing the bike the other day with some other stuff happening. Almost was forced to do it today, but I'm like, look, I'll hold off eating a little bit. Let's get at least a little bit of cardio done, right? At least get a little bit of cardio done. You know, even if it's a shorter session, at least do some, right? That's the main thing. We want to do at least some cardio no matter what. So again, it'll be a shorter session, but again, the point is I need to make sure I get at least a little bit of bike time in before I break my fast. Had a good workout and everything, but you know, we want to get a little bit of cardio done. So hopefully we get some viewers in here, we get some comments, get a little conversation. But either way, you know, we're getting it done. And I don't know how long I'll be on here. I'm actually kind of hungry, but again, we want to try to focus on being lean gains, recomposition, being a little bit hungry, and doing a little bit of fasted cardio. Not a bad thing before we feed up, especially after the last workout of the week. Going to take the weekend off from lifting. So again, views are starting to trickle in. And as I said, this may be a very, very short one because I also need to do a sit down live today. I got to do a consultation coming up here with one of my non-client calls. So just making it all work. I had some other business come up. I had to do some business related phone calls and stuff. So that's why I'm behind on this. I got the workout done, had to settle, deal with some other business. All right. Sorry to sound stressed. It's just that I'm like, man, I was trying to hurry up and get my bike set up and get some cardio done before I deal with my other issues. Tony D, hit the like. Happy Friday. Thank you, man. Man, it's a crazy busy Friday. I have so many irons in the fire today. I've had to make numerous phone calls in between work and getting my client stuff done, my videos done, my calls. I was hoping it wouldn't be a stressful Friday, but it ended up I had a bunch of stuff I have to sort. So again, getting all of it done. Plus, then they got that construction going on over there. So it's like hearing that hammering is trying to come through my vlog, but we got the vlog up. So at least we got that, guys. We got a good coffee chat. I got the vlog up. I got my workout done. We at least get on the bike. We're getting a little bit of cardio sorted, right? We're getting a little bit of cardio done. So we are getting it all done. It's just going to still be a bit more of a busy day because I want to get a few reels. I want to get some reels from the training footage and shorts and reels up from today's workout and just make it all flow. All right? Got to make it flow. But I appreciate the like in here. Tony, you got any comments, conversations, questions? All right? Got anything for me? But man, I put up a post on the Facebook, and I'm just shocked that people don't get this. I feel like, good morning, Coach. You said the like, appreciate it, El. I feel like people don't understand when it comes to this whole high fructose corn syrup versus table sugar argument. People throw in so many crazy, unrelated things. They start talking about GMOs and oxidative. Like, do you guys not understand? You're overcomplicating something very, very simple. Your body can't tell these two substances apart. Okay. The research shows they have identical effects. Basic chemistry tells you they are the same thing once your stomach acids hit them. They're a different set of substances beforehand, but once your stomach acid breaks that bond, they turn into you cannot tell them apart. Okay, so if I were to give you and you were to take stuff and measure it in a microscope and everything, you would not be able to tell high fructose corn syrup from sucrose chemically after the hydrochloric acid in your stomach hits it for 5 seconds. They're identical. You cannot tell them apart after that. And interestingly enough, right? Interestingly enough, when we study the negative effects in the body, they're identical. But let's get over to y'all's comments. Not much hit a workout this morning. I'm working cardio later, been slowly adding in some calories in. Cool, man. Hoping to push your front squats some. All right, cool, man. Front squat's a good movement. Allison says, man, I remember your content from 10 years back, the true OG of the fitness game. Yep. I mean, honestly, 10 years ago, I was already back in Texas. I had been doing content for several years while I was living abroad in the UK. So 10 years ago, I was already back home, right? So I've been going at it quite a bit longer than that. Gronkster says, hello, Jason. How you doing, Gronkster? Elle says, will you be back to bro split type workouts again soon? No, probably not. I've only done that one time. So I did bro splits for a period of time in this last year, and I've not done it again. So why would you think I'm going back to it? It's something I didn't historically do, right? Didn't historically do. Did it for less than a year, worked with it quite a bit, and then moved back over towards something very similar to what I've always done. So no reason to. All right, how's your morning? Well, it's like I said earlier on, man, I'm getting the cardio started late. I wanted to at least get some cardio in before I eat. Normally, I'd be kind of starting my feed window by now. But I had a bunch of business that I had to sort. So I've been on a lot of phone calls and stuff and trying to sort some things this morning and getting my laundry done after my workout. So it's like I haven't got to it, and I've got to get all this done because I've got to do a bigger live for you guys this afternoon. I got to do a consultation call this afternoon. So it's been a crazy busy morning. I'm just trying to work a little bit of cardio in between. I don't feel good about skipping cardio. I had to the other day with some important stuff. I didn't get my bike lifts in, so I missed a day. I'm like, man, I don't want to miss another day, even if it's just a short one. I need to jump on the bike for a few minutes at least. Even though I'm going to run tomorrow, I need to get on the bike for a little bit before I eat. It's just necessary for body composition during my fasted window. So we're getting it done. Do you think someone can hit your big five strength standards running just 5-3-1? Possibly. How effective is the 5x5 routine when it comes to muscle gain, and how long should you be able to stick? You're not going to stick out a 5x5 super long. You're going to get buried. Most true 5x5s are just a novice phase only. But I mean, it works great. If you're a novice, you're going to make great muscle gains on a 5x5. Full body versus upper lower bones, push pull legs. I just did a whole detailed video on that the other day. We don't need to cover it here, man. I've done a whole breakdown of psychology, it being mostly psychology. All right. In terms of muscle growth and muscle protein synthesis, they're all going to be within 5% of each other, real at 5 to 10%. So it's tit for tat. Any way you break it down, you got to look at what's going to be your best consistency, your lowest overuse, best for you psychologically, I think are your biggest factors, honestly. Chris says, thank you for the lives. Jason, we are super blessed to have the time to give us 4 hours of lives, 5 videos a day. Well, you're not going to get that every day. But, we're doing pretty good with it. Again, I just had a lot of business I've had to deal with. I've had to make about 4 phone calls this morning, about a variety of stuff. So I've had to resolve all that after I finish working out. So I'm just trying to knock out a quick cardio live for you guys before I eat, get a little bit of other work done, and I got a call, and I'll get another live. I'll try to get a good live in for you guys this afternoon. All right. I'll try to get a good live in for y'all. Assuming I've got the energy, because I may have a long consultation call too this afternoon. We'll make it all work. All right, we'll make it all work. All right. Yeah. Right. I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to give us some training knowledge. You're welcome. Well, this is part of my business. Like, this is part of my day, right? So my live streams are part of my business. So this is part of my busy day. So we just got to squeeze them all in between the other stuff, you know? It's all good. What is your I don't have a specific overall goal. That would be very, 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 very vague. I'd like to be fitter. So 5 years from now, I'd love to be close to the same strength I've hit at the best in the last year. Be a leaner, fitter, better conditioning, better run times would probably be reasonable. Because keep in mind, I'll be well into my 50s at that point. I'm about to turn 49. So you're talking about me being like 54 years old. Right? So, but yeah, we got to respect, it is the grind, Chris. But it's all business, you know, it's all part of my business. General thoughts on linear periodization. It's voodoo. Does it work? Sure. But it is voodoo. It's purely coaching voodoo. It's not physical in nature. No, dude, I'm 48. I'm turning 49 here soon. So, yep. Yep. How much time does your coaching take? There's no set amount, Chris. That can vary massively day to day. That varies massively day to day. Pick a random number. Right? Depends on if I need to make calls. Chris, I really couldn't give you an average 15 minutes to 5 hours per day. That's the average, somewhere in that spectrum. The older you get, should one consider hop on when testosterone depletes and lower? Yeah, that's an obvious. Your doctor will say you the same thing. I mean, I've been very, very vocal about TRT, the merits of TRT. But it's not about your age, it's about what your testosterone levels. Like, in other words, if you have low testosterone at 30, that's when you should be considering TRT. If you don't have low testosterone until you're 50, then don't consider it till you're 50. See the thing? So it's not so much about the age itself as it is what's your testosterone look like. Coach, what are your thoughts on people saying excessive exercise ages you quicker? I think somebody just made that up. And how do you define excessive? How are you defining exercise? How are you defining excessive? And what do they mean by ages you quicker? I need the people who are saying that to very clearly articulate and define those three terms. Right? Because otherwise, if I don't see a pathway by which exercise creates time dilation. Age means you get fit, you get older. Does it create some sort of warp field that creates time travel, that creates time dilation through something with the speed of light? What's going on? What do they mean? I need them to very clearly define these terms. Sounds like a bunch of bullshit to me, though. Do you think weighted hyperextensions holding a barbell is a good exercise? It can be. It can be a good exercise. Suppose it depends. All right. Yeah, I think it can be a good movement. It can be a little awkward to get set up, but it can be a good movement. It's a supplemental lift. I don't care about the fitness industry. I have no opinions at all. I've pretty much said at this point, any current event stuff I cover is going to be about world events. I don't care about the fitness industry at all. It's not a topic of conversation for me. The only fitness industry I care about is my channel and page. That's it. I don't have opinions about any of it. I don't care about any of these people. Or back extensions meant. Now, if we want to talk about all these other world events, I'll talk about world events that matter to people. I don't care about the gossip and nonsense with fitness influencers and bodybuilders anymore. I'm just done with it. Or back extensions meant to be done high reps, though. Yeah, why not? Coach, if you went back, what is your number one advice? I don't use that sort of logic. We don't have time travel, therefore, not practical advice. I'm big on practical advice. And you're talking about creating all sorts of paradoxes. So if I were to go back in time and send a message back in time, I could destroy reality as we know it by creating a paradox. It could end humanity. How about we not try to create paradoxes that could literally destroy the earth and all of mankind by changing the timeline of events or splintering alternate realities? What are you trying to do? Why are you trying to cause the extinction of the human race? That'll be my question. Oh man, that's a shame. You're trash talking the fitness YouTubers, but you're not really. I think I'm known more for deadlifts. All right. But no, Chris, I'm going to discuss fitness. I'm going to discuss training. I'm going to discuss cardio, nutrition, health stuff. I'm more concerned. So if we're going to talk anything not on my channel related to fitness, we need to be talking about social trends. We need to be talking about government policy and stuff as they pertain to food and fitness. How about those topics? All right. I think he's asked if you could learn from. Well, no, because when I'm doing cardio, I don't have an answer to that. I was so why didn't you just ask that? Ask the direct question. If you want life advice on an area, then ask me about the area. Don't ask me to send a message back to myself in my 20s. So you guys got to learn how to get to a direct point, right? Pragmatic, practical advice. So, man, my best advice to younger guys, be careful with the women you get involved with. That would be some of my life mistakes, right? Be very careful. Pick better women. Be a better man so that you can attract better women, right? Be careful who you fall for. Be careful who you allow into your life romantically, right? You got to look at the moral character of a woman. Is probably way more important than how hot she is, right? Okay. Don't have kids in your. I don't know about that, but what if you want to have kids at a young age? You might find that fulfilling personally. Not my thing, but that's not some advice you can give someone. Maybe someone will have a very fulfilling life doing that personally. Right? I saw a TikTok video of a 40-year-old woman who cried she hasn't done anything and still lost. What are you talking about? Still lost what? All right. All right. Thankfully, since I'm a Christian and I date to marry, I never have to experience. There you go. Okay, now I think, CL, I can agree with you on that. I'm going to step back and say objectively, that's pretty solid. Okay. right? I think that's pretty solid. You need to be equally yoked with your partner, right? All right, guys. I feel like we got the cardio in. I wanted to just get at least 20 minutes. I think we hit that. So I'm going to wind it down, work on getting some food. So love you guys, and I'll try to get a bigger live later this afternoon.